What's up, guys? Swift here with the Day 3 practice report from the East-West Shrine game. Today's practice was the least exciting. There were more big plays on the defensive side of the ball than there were on the offense today, as both quarterbacks and offensive line struggled on both sides. Tomorrow is the last day of Shrine practice and the first day of Senior Bowl practice. I will be doing even more Senior Bowl coverage, but let's get right into today's practice breakdown. Let's start with the East team. A.T. Perry strikes again. He had a route that made LSU corner Mekhi Garner look silly. He just continues looking like the best player in practice every day. Him and Zay Flowers are on another level. Then wide receiver Jadon Haselwood is such a smooth runner with nice speed, but his hands have been inconsistent all week long. He dropped some very catchable passes today. I have to note that after his drop in 7-on-7s, he came back and made a leaping catch over the middle just a few plays later, and then another sideline snag a couple plays after that, so good bounce back. And then on the offensive line, Louisville's Trevor Reed had a huge pancake, but the most impressive lineman today was North Carolina State's Chandler Zavala. He looked dominant in one-on-one drills and played well in team drills today as well. And then on defense, another Louisville player made his mark today. Edge rusher Yaris Abdullah, he beat Pittsburgh tackle Carter Warren multiple times around the edge. Also, B.J. Thompson looked quick around the edge today as well. He has a future in the league. In fact, the entire East defensive line outplayed the offensive line pretty much all day for the most part. Keandre Coburn, Moro Ojimo, Dante Stills, and Kobe Turner all made plays on the East defensive line today. At linebacker, Orgy, I don't know how to say his name, but Anthony Orgy, he continued making plays. He stands out at the linebacker position above everyone else. Defensive back, Keitrell Clark, he continued looking very impressive. He's playing very well in coverage and breaking up a screen pass. He's looked good every day, but today was his best day by far. LSU corner Mekhi Garner, he had an up and down practice today. He looked fluid in coverage, breaking up multiple passes. He also matched up a few times one-on-one with A.T. Perry and did a great job. And then A.T. Perry beat him and the wheels just fell off. He gave up multiple catches towards the end of practice after a good start to the day. Mekhi struggled mightily late in practice. Oregon safety Bennett Williams ended the day with a big interception. And then on to the West squad. It was Jake Bobo's day to show off at receiver, while Michael Jefferson also made some big catches. Both Dallas Daniels and Demario Douglas are undersized receivers that are extremely tough to cover. Zay Flowers did not practice in the team drills again, but he participated in one-on-one drills, and he looked magnificent. Look for him to make his mark on game day Thursday night, but two receivers stand out head and shoulders above everyone else so far. Zay Flowers, A.T. Perry, both guys are going to be drafted very highly. On the offensive line, both Ricky Stromberg and Jackson Kirkland continued to look solid, and in one-on-ones, Antonio Mafi looked almost dominant. On defense, Brenton Cox was unblockable in one-on-ones. He's one of the two Florida players on the West team that continue looking like great NFL prospects. We need an edge rusher, and Cox is a guy I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on. Defensive tackle from Arkansas, Terry Hampton, also made a couple of plays inside. And then Minnesota corner Terrell Smith had a really good day today. He looked fluid in coverage. So did UAB corner Starling Thomas and LSU's Jarek Bernard Converse. He came up with a nice interception. The most impressive player in the secondary, though, was easily Florida safety Trey Dean. He's 6'2", 200 pounds, and he flies all over the secondary. He was making plays all day today and throughout the week. He had a huge interception, multiple pass breakups, and just looks awesome. I know safety is probably one of our best positions on the entire roster, but man, if Dean somehow is there in the third round, which should be unlikely considering how well he's playing, but I'd snatch him up. He has a bright future ahead of him for sure. He looks like an NFL player. He made more plays than anyone has so far in 3 days of practice. Rutgers safety Christian Izien, he had a couple of nice plays and an interception as well. Minnesota safety Jordan Howden came across the middle and made a diving interception off of DTR as well. Final notes, speaking of DTR, the QB play was simply awful. DTR in particular threw multiple interceptions and fumbled some snaps. It was just a sloppy day in practice. Also, both offensive lines were just overmatched throughout the day, as the defensive line talent seems to be superior to the offensive line talent in this draft class. Some guys on the O-line fight back, but it's been a tough day going through 3 days of practice. I'll be digging in even deeper for the Senior Bowl practices that start up tomorrow. I can't wait. Since the Senior Bowl features higher end talent and certain players that I want to watch on every single rep, I'm going to be watching Senior Bowl practice multiple times a day. There's going to be guys that I target and highlight and watch in the Senior Bowl, specifically on Luke Getsy's side of the ball, but on the entire roster. The Senior Bowl is huge, and a lot of these guys are going to be potential draft prospects for the Bears, especially with Luke Getsy and our linebackers coach coaching the game, and Ryan Poles and Ian Cunningham being in attendance. I just think we cannot overlook the Senior Bowl. It's going to be huge, and I almost guarantee we draft at least a couple of these guys. But stay tuned, guys. I'm really excited to break it down. There's going to be double coverage tomorrow as I cover both the Shrine Bowl and the Senior Bowl. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. Hit that like button for me. Stay tuned until next time, guys. Bear down!